he goes. The pitch taken. He's going to have it. He does. Rickey Henderson, no contest, steals third base, jerks the bag from its moorings, and holds it aloft.
Can you believe that 29 years ago today, Rickey Henderson became the #1 leader in stolen bases, passing Lou Brock en route to becoming the greatest player of all time. Now, I put that in quotations because that's what Rickey Henderson said. I don't think that anyone considers him to be the GOAT of Major League Baseball. Maybe the best leadoff hitter of all time, but speaking of GOATs, Shohei Ohtani has been deemed as the greatest baseball player that CC Sabathia has ever seen. So make sure you guys stick around for that. We also have some updates on Major League Baseball returning as well as the umpires. They said that they're going to quit, which might be a good thing. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that. But if you want to see more Major League Baseball recaps, again, make sure you slap a like on this video to show some support. And I guess without further ado, the first thing that I want to talk about is the umpires. So what I'm going to do real quick is I am going to roll a quick little montage of umpires doing their thing. And then we'll be a little bit more serious. But I just want you guys to see that some of them aren't very good at their job, and I think that Angel Hernandez is at the top of that list. So let's take a stroll down memory lane and see just how good he's been over the last couple seasons. Roll it.
I do need to say this, though. I don't think Angel Hernandez should be umping playoff games. He's absolutely terrible. He's terrible behind the plate today. He's terrible at first base. It's amazing that how he's getting a job to pitch and to play to umpire in these playoff games.
So yeah, I guess if umpires are going to quit, I guess you can factor in Angel Hernandez quitting as well. So that's a win-win. Cool, that's going to be the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Angel Hernandez is hanging up his cleats. Really not, I mean, he doesn't even wear cleats. But if you watched Angel Hernandez umpire and do his job, you would have thought that he would be a baseball player because he thinks he is the star of the show. And that is the one thing I hate most about him, as well as some of the other umpires in baseball. The world does not revolve around you. I'm sorry to say, you are just I'm not even going to go into it. I don't want to come off as a jerk, but I think that umpires, we might be on the road to getting robot umpires in the game just because they seem to be bigger than themselves. They have such a big head, and I'm just not down for it. But to be serious, guys, the reason why I'm talking about umpires today is because they have been asked by Major League Baseball to take a pay cut. So that's why they're threatening to quit, because they have a union as well as the players. So pretty much I'm going to read a quote. This is from an article. If you guys want to go ahead and read the full of it, it's going to be in the description down below. But pretty much what they said in a nutshell is MLB's proposal for umpires includes decreased salaries for both the regular season and the playoffs, as well as a cut to umpires. So they would take a pay cut, and then more umpires would be cut. So there would be less and less and less in 2020, and that they've been told that they will be required to take a 35% pay cut. And the reason why they're threatening to quit is because they came back with a 20% pay cut. So MLB wants them to take 35% less, and the umpires say, no, we're just as valuable as the players. That's why there's going to be a stalemate, and I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below, what do you make of this entire situation? Do you think that umpires should be held in the same regard as players? In my opinion, again, just because some of the bad ones are so bad that it's kind of tainted the group of umpires as a whole. Now, I want to like Angel Hernandez. I want to like, what's his name, Laz Diaz, and Joe West, but they've cost players perfect games. They've cost players, I mean, there was a situation in the playoffs last year where the manager of the Nationals, Dave Martinez, he had just had heart surgery. He was yelling because Victor Robles struck out on a bogus call and almost got thrown out the game, but he pretty much saved Victor Robles' spot in the lineup. So I just want to get your guys' opinion, and I don't know what to make about this because they are vital to the game, but if we put in robot umpires, one, they're going to save money because they don't have to pay them. I think that umpires made $36 million in 2019, which is a good amount of money. I could be wrong on that, but that's a to get a lot of calls wrong, that's a lot of money. So hey guys, it's Fuzzy from the future. I did have to take this video down because I uploaded it, and as soon as I was about to go live, news came out that Major League Baseball and the umpires have come to an agreement for the rest of 2020. Now, good news is baseball should be back in 2020. The bad news is Angel Hernandez, however you say his name, Angel Trashcan, he's still gonna have a job. Can we just get rid of him and then have them all agree? Can we do that? Please let me know what you guys think. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show a clip from CC Sabathia talking about the GOAT. In his opinion, the greatest player he's ever seen is not Mike Trout, is not Cody Bellinger, is not Christian Yelich, it's not Aaron Judge. Shohei Ohtani is the greatest player he's ever seen.
I keep saying this, and people always laugh when I say it. He the best baseball player I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Motherfucker can hit a ball 900 feet and throw 99 off the mound.
Yeah.
Like, who else can do it? Who else is doing that, bro?
It's an excellent
point. Like, there's nobody else doing that at the big league level.
So there it is. That's a pretty bold statement to make. So that was on his podcast. I'll go ahead and link that in the description down below. And I think the only reason why they started talking about it is because they had Jay up. Justin Upton was featured on that podcast. And honestly, that podcast is getting me through quarantine. It's like a 45-minute to 1 hour podcast, and they're really in-depth, and they're funny, and they're knowledgeable. I would recommend that you guys go take a look. And actually, now that I think about it, should I start a podcast? Let's get this video to 1,000 likes if I should consider it, because I think that would be a lot of fun, especially because I'm so bored. I know that you guys are bored as well. But let's talk about what CC said. He's the greatest player of all time, so he's encompassing pitching and hitting all under one umbrella, because I think that we can all agree that in today's game, the best player by far is Mike Trout. He can hit for average, he can hit for power, he can field kind of. I would give him like a half star on the, or like a half tool, so he can kind of field. He's got a good arm, he's got speed. So I would say he's like a 4.5 tool athlete, because he's never won a Gold Glove. Now he is getting better. He has pretty much said to the baseball world this past offseason that he is working to win a Gold Glove, and that would be it. That's the final award that he needs, aside from a World Series MVP and a World Series championship. But honestly, he's not a pitcher. Yes, he has a great arm, but he does not have a 5-pitch mix with a 100-mile-per-hour fastball like Shohei Ohtani. He could probably put on a light show in BP as well, but can he do everything like Shohei? I don't think so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw up a few graphics about Shohei Ohtani, just to put things into perspective. So in 2018, he was top 10 in average exit velocity. Every time that he hit a baseball, the average of that in 2018, he was top 10. He was also top 10 in the average fastball velocity. So every time he threw a fastball throughout the entire course of the season, if you average that together, he was in the top 10. I believe most of these are in the top 6 or 7. And then sprint speed, he was one of the faster players in baseball from home to first base. Now, you do have to equate the fact that he's a lefty, and also when he swings, he's almost like a softball player where he's kind of tailing off first base, so his momentum is already going towards first. But on a triple, his first ever triple, he had a 28.3 foot speed per second. I think it was something like that. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. So he's not as fast as Mike Trout, but he can pitch, he can hit a baseball 500 feet in BP. Check this out.
It's amazing the oohs and ahs you get from the home crowd. The Angels are a visiting club. Shohei Ohtani, where he hit that baseball, I mean, that's phenomenal. You're creating all that power.
So at this point, I think there is a pretty solid argument for Shohei Ohtani being one of the most talented baseball players of all time. I'm going to reserve the greatest of all time for the guy that has the most accolades, maybe some World Series appearances, or maybe just playoff appearances, because we all know that baseball is a team game. That's why Todd Helton never won a chip. That's why Barry Bonds could destroy baseballs against the Angels, but the Giants still fall short. So again, you have to put things into perspective, but as a talent, Shohei Ohtani, he's got to be up there. He is in the conversation for the most talented ball player I've ever seen. He's truly a 6-tool athlete. He can hit, he can run, he can field, he can throw, he can pitch. I don't know what he's 6 tools. It's crazy. Now moving on to one of my favorite segments in these Major League Baseball recap videos, This Day in Major League Baseball History. Now, you know that 29 years ago today, Rickey Henderson passed Lou Brock for the most steals of all time. Now we're going to move on to a couple more. I think they're pretty interesting as well. 1991, so the same year, 29 years ago, Nolan Ryan threw his 7th no-hitter. Fast forward to 2009 years later, Barry Bonds became the first player ever to hit a baseball into McCovey Cove. And then last but not least, 9 years ago, it feels like it was yesterday. I remember where I was in the loft of my second to last house, and I was thinking, why is everyone chanting USA? And sure enough, they'll tell you in the broadcast, but it was just a wild moment. I will always remember where I was. But thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like on the video. And also, don't forget to let me know, what do you make about the umpires and their supposed 20% pay cut? Do they deserve 35%, or should they get their 20? Let me know. But enjoy this day in Major League Baseball history. Peace.
That's it. Number
hits one high. He hits one deep. McCovey Cove out of here.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, do not forget to leave a like, and also if you want to hit that subscribe button, all you have to do is click on my face, that circle in the middle of your screen. If you're bored and want to catch some more videos, there's 2 in front of you right now. What are you doing? Click on them.